Hi guys, it's Chris here from Some Bloke Who Travels a Lot, and today I'm going to show you how to get a British Airways Gold Card for under £3,000. Now this video could also be titled How to Get a BA Silver Card for under £1,000. Now if you've watched my videos on the BA Executive Club and what a Gold Card is all about and have come here to see how you get one for under £3,000, just hang on for a minute or so while I briefly explain to those that haven't. Okay, let me give you a brief synopsis of the BA Gold Card, but if you want more details on it, click on the link in the description below or on the screen now. I've also made videos covering all levels of the Executive Club, difference between tier points and Avios, and I have a new video coming soon of how I went from silver to gold in just 2 crazy weeks flying around Europe. So please do subscribe to the channel, it is of course free, and ring the bell for notifications so YouTube will tell you when that video goes live. But to summarise, the silver and gold cards have some great benefits that make flying with BA that extra bit special, no matter what class you're flying in. With silver you get free seat selection at the time of booking, business class check-in, priority security, business class lounge access, priority boarding, and additional baggage allowance. You also get 50 bonus Avios points, 50% bonus Avios on every booking you make. With gold you get all the same as silver, plus you get these benefits: first class check-in, first class lounge access, vintage champagne time, 100% more Avios points bonus, and more flights are available to you in reward flights. Now, the great thing about all the benefits of silver and gold is you get all these benefits even if you're flying in economy. So if you were, say, flying from economy London to Manchester, it's no problem. You can pop in the first class lounge for a glass of champagne and a light supper before the flight. I also noticed that since I hit silver status, I haven't as yet flown with my gold card due to COVID, that I received more paying upgrade opportunities and a couple of free upgrades. Okay, so it all sounds good. How do you get one? Well, for silver you require 600 tier points that need to be collected in one 12-month period. And for gold you require 1500 tier points, again collected in a 12-month period. I have made a video about collecting tier points, but basically you collect tier points with every British Airways flight alongside your Avios points. For example, London to Madrid in economy will earn you 5 points. 5 points? How on earth am I going to get 1500 points? That's 300 flights, that's nearly one a day. Or you could fly long haul in first class. London to Singapore in first will get you 240 points for about £2,500–3,000. Hang on, you said £3,000. That's going to be nearly £20,000. Well, hold on to your hats, there is a third way. Certain British Airways flights offer 160 points, 80 points each way for a business class flight. Now, there's approximately 20 destinations, mostly in Europe, offer this double bonus. And because they're not always that popular, you can pick them up for the price of a normal 80 tier point business return flight. So, for example, London to Madrid business return will give you 80 tier points in September for £320. London to Malta business return will give you 160 tier points on the same date for £250. Now, I certainly recommend getting a silver card for the benefits, and at 600 points, that's just 4 weekend breaks in a 12-month period. Then for the rest of that year and the next year, you have full silver benefits no matter what class you fly in. I think if you're planning travelling a lot in the future, say for your retirement or a sabbatical, getting a card the year before will make your experience so much better. So, let's get on with the job. Let's have a quick look at a gold card schedule in 2021 and see if we can do 10 great short breaks for under £3,000. Now, hopefully this will give you some ideas and inspiration to plan your trip. You'll also find a link in the description below to my video and a blog of all the 160 tier point destinations and also the UK airports you can fly from to those destinations. Okay, let's get started. Anyone fancy Malta for a few days? Now, my first port of call when I'm looking to book some British Airways flights is to go to their cheapest flight search page. Now, this is not always the easiest link to find on the BA website, so yes, I've put a link in the description below. I think it's a really great tool. You just enter the chosen destination you're interested in, the class you wish to travel in, and it will give you the cheapest prices for the forthcoming months. Now, I think I said earlier Malta, so let's see what BA is offering for 2021. Well, BA is offering £148 each way, and Valletta is as good as any way to start our gold card chase, so let's book it. Now, on my gold card chase this year, Bucharest was probably my favourite destination. A must-see is the People's Parliament, as are the bars and restaurants of the Old Town. Now, I went in March and I think I was lucky with the weather, but let's make sure we can enjoy the city in spring. May sounds good to me, and at only £139 each way, that's still under our £300 a trip budget. Marrakesh. It's got to be one of the greatest destinations for winter sun hunters. Flights, hotels, dining, all represent great value. And at 3.5 hours, nearly 4 from the UK, it really is hard to beat. Now, this is a weird one. On the BA website, Marrakesh is listed as a return flight price, not each way. So, at the cost of the extra £5 a booking in March, let's go in March. Then we can be sure we're sitting by the pool. Now, another of my gold card chase destinations was Tirana in Albania. Yep. You heard correctly, Albania. Now, I'm sure you can see clearly why Albania is high on my list as a tier point destination, at less than £220 for a return business class flight. Now, I was there in March, and the people I met told me I must come back in summer. So what the heck, let's splash out £8 and enjoy some summer sun in Tirana. As you start looking through the list, you'll see that the Balkans are very well represented on the tier point list. And although I haven't been to Sofia, I'm putting it on the list as it's on my list for 2021. And again, it can be booked for under £220. However, I fancy some spring sunshine, so let's go in April at £234. And who knows, maybe I'll see you there. Another place that's on my list for 2021 is Athens. Can't believe in all my travels I've never been to Greece, and as a huge history geek, never been to Athens. Well, fingers crossed I'll make it in 2021. But Athens is always one of the pricey 160 destinations, so I think I'm going to go as late as I can with a March booking at £400 return. Now, back to one of my favourite destinations of 2019. Istanbul. Travelling intercontinental by a ferry on the Bosphorus for less than £1 is a pretty cool way of spending an afternoon. Now, I'm confident you'll get the weather in May, so let's splash the extra £2 and we'll go then. Now, I don't know how it happens, but year in, year out, I always seem to find myself in Madeira for a couple of days. Who knows, maybe it's the pasta nata, or possibly the fact it's spring all year round. So, for £314, let's kiss those February blues goodbye and have a couple of days in Funchal. Now I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse. Sicily in April, business class return for only £260. I've never been, but at that price, for the Med, you've got to be crazy to not whack up those 160 tier points. I also have a plan to visit Reykjavik in 2021, but I only plan to fly home from there. My outward journey is planned by ferry from Denmark. However, if you don't have a week to spare to get there, you can get business class return tickets for £356 in April. Well, there you go, a British Airways Gold Card for under £3,000. It can be done. And let's not forget 10 great short breaks to some pretty amazing destinations. Now, if you've any questions, please do ask away in the comments below. And if you're planning a silver or gold card chase yourself, let me know the destinations you pick. I'd love to hear from you. You can also find videos of my travels to many of the destinations featured in this video on the channel. Links, of course, in the description below. And if you fancy seeing what adventures I get up to with my new BA Gold Card over the coming few years, do consider subscribing to the channel and ring the bell. Then YouTube will tell you when I publish a new video. Thank you very much for watching and happy travels.